Back. We keep getting our cheeks clapped by the Mona Lisa.
Are we though?
Yes, actually, we are. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do some other areas. And we're gonna see.
I thought, Eric, you already said we're back. I'll let myself out.
How could you? Lucy, what are you doing? Lucy, what's your end game here? What's your plan?
To collect all the Infinity Stones. That is the end game.
Yes, it is.
Well, I guess end game was after the fact, wasn't it?
No, they were trying to get the Infinity Stones too.
Because I guess Infinity War was more him collecting the.
It was
Infinity
Thanos collecting the Infinity Stones,
yeah.
and in Endgame, it was them collecting the Infinity Stones by going through time. Yeah, it's been 2 years. I think it's been enough time.
Has it? I mean, like I said, people were getting beat up for spoiling the movie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, think about that. It's been 2 years since Avengers Endgame.
I will say, like, out of the two, I think I actually liked Infinity War better.
Yeah? Why?
Just because, like, think of the alternate universe in which they just ended it there.
Oh, yeah.
They would piss off so many fans.
That would be the ballsiest thing.
That would be like the biggest middle finger to, like.
Yeah, that would be the ballsiest thing that anyone could ever do.
But you know what? I would respect them for
Oh,
it.
yes.
It's just like if they, well, you know that was the thing I was worried about with BVS, because it got such bad reviews.
It's gonna end there.
I was worried that there wasn't gonna be another movie to bring Superman back. I'm like, they just kill off Superman. I mean, like, in the back of your mind, you're like, they have to bring Superman back.
Yeah.
But if they don't have the funds to do that,
as you all know, Superman is very much invested in hedge funds.
I think he was buried below those hedges.
Yeah, he was. He is the hedge.
It's the land of the wombats.
The hedge lord.
The brand of the wombats.
The man of Medan.
The man hands of Medan. Big
Lucy,
black
what
force.
are you gonna do? Ooh.
This is
What are you doing?
the most riveting Let's Play.
She's like on the.
She's got like a.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's nothing to be worried about at the moment.
Do you want me to take her down? I'm worried she's gonna fall. It's a very delicate procedure.
It's like playing Operation.
Except exactly nothing.
Slide your hand past.
Why does that sound? Sounds dirty.
Yeah, it does sound weird. Why do?
We're talking about a dog.
Yes, we are.
You dirty dog, you.
Oh man.
Charge.
Also, I had a thing I wanted to mention. So, I was thinking to myself recently. So you know how like there's something like a threshold for like a show or a movie, where okay. Let's start from the beginning. Do you know the meme with like Family Guy where Peter's like, since we're all gonna die here, there's one last secret I have to share with you. I did not care for The Godfather. And then he goes on a long rant.
Oh,
like,
that's the Panic Room one, right?
Yeah, like why he didn't care for The Godfather.
Yeah.
And one of the things he brings up is like, I didn't even finish the movie. Like, well, how do you know you don't like it if you haven't even given it a chance? Like, I agree with Stewie. It's not really fair. And I was thinking to myself,
Eric has the entire dialogue memorized.
for how many times I've seen it, I've like heard it online. But
see, Family Guy's another one of those things like Avatar where I've pretty much seen the entire series, but never in order.
But you see, Family Guy doesn't really have much of an ongoing story.
Yeah, I mean, you are the man who literally sat down and watched it for like.
It was my comfort show. It was what I'd watch when I had nothing to watch.
Like I said, you know, like our parents don't get why we like Family Guy. I'm like, Family Guy's just like a show that you could sit down and turn off your brain for a while and just have a good laugh.
Yeah, it's stupid. So.
Exactly. That's what makes it good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, not everything has to be a think piece.
Exactly.
You don't need everything to be Annihilation.
Yeah, you see, I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. So my mom criticizes me for watching adult cartoons because they're stupid. That she watches Hallmark movies. So.
Damn. Anyways, you were saying as you were.
But yeah, so like. So they're like, okay, so he gets like to the 30-minute mark, and he always gives up, and so I'm thinking, what would you say is like the threshold for you've given it a fair shot, you know? Because for TV shows, I always say watch 3 episodes. If you're not hooked, then you've given it a chance.
It's different between. So in that instance, in the Family Guy instance, in that situation, it's a movie.
Yes, that's my.
I feel like. I feel like if you...
I have never had a movie be so bad
that you just turn it off.
Yeah, I've never done that.
I don't know. I was getting pretty close with They Saved Hitler's Brain the other day.
I was the same.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, here's the thing. Eric and I love watching bad movies, but there's a difference between bad and like. And like
this movie,
so bad it's good.
This movie was boring.
Like that's the worst crime you can commit. Like if something's bad, at least it's like entertainingly so.
Yeah, how do you make a movie called They Saved Hitler's Brain boring?
I mean, we had a few chuckles in there, but like
that was less the movie, more like us making stupid jokes.
And as we said with as we said with Hitler's Brain, there was very little Hitler's Brain in there.
There really was, yeah.
And we actually talked. So we're gonna watch Sky Sharks later today.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about another movie which we've seen, which is Nazi Sharks versus Bear Kano.
Oh god.
And while watching this movie, we were like, there is surprisingly little amount of Nazi sharks in Nazi Sharks, and we're like, they're and the bear Kano was just a bear on a volcano, but it did deliver on
there was a bear Kano involved.
There was in fact a bear Kano.
So give credit where credit is due.
Anyways, back to your point. I feel like
for a movie, how long do you think you can sit through? Like, how long do you think you should sit through it before you're like, man, this is fucking stupid?
I think a Threshold and Threshold. You stay away from my threshold. I feel like with both, more so a movie, I would say, halfway through is probably like, if you really hate it, like not even halfway through. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't blame you.
You don't waste your time watching something you don't like.
If you don't like it, that's fine. But if you're like, okay, it seems like it's getting better and everything, I'd say at least make it to the halfway point. If you still don't like it, then I think it's more than fair to just shut it off.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, because if you go anywhere past the halfway point, then you're just wasting your time.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, unless it has like a really bomb ending.
Oh yeah.
And like, but at that point you're like I've had movies like that where I've watched them and I was like, well, take for example, I mean, it might be blasphemous to put Star Wars on this pedestal.
Yeah.
But I've always said the first movie, the last half an hour, great, I love it.
Oh, for Phantom Menace.
Hour and a half before that, I could take it or leave it.
Well, I know the Omniviewer was saying something like that with when
yeah, oh, sorry, I have to specify. Yeah, not technically the first Star Wars.
Phantom Menace. The Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the Omniviewer had when he was talking about that the Mechagodzilla thing I was telling you about.
Yeah.
With City on the Edge of Battle, where it's like, so people ask him, so if this is how the movie ended, would it be better? Like, would it be a good movie then? It's like, he'd be like, no. He said no, it would not be a good movie. It would be a terrible movie up until that point, which would stop being terrible for about like 10 minutes, and then it would go back to being terrible.
Well, and I think you and I both said, like, I think the biggest issue we have with City on the Edge of Battle, that's the name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest issue was not that it wasn't boring or anything like that. It was just the fact that they called, that they said they promised Mechagodzilla and we really didn't get that. But like I said, if it was just Godzilla destroying a city, which he did do that.
He did do that, yes.
Then it would be, there wouldn't be much that happened because the big part of Godzilla is
destroying shit.
Well, and fighting other big monster fights.
Yeah, exactly.
So like,
don't go to theaters, you'll get COVID.
Big monster.
Big monster.
Was that Hulk?
That was Hulk, yeah.
That was pretty good Hulk.
Thank you.
But no, yeah. So like, I feel like if they didn't say that was Mechagodzilla, it'd be passable. It wouldn't be great, but it'd be better.
If they didn't show Mechagodzilla on the cover.
Are you wait, hold on. So they have the Mechagodzilla, like the
actual giant robot Godzilla.
You gotta be kidding me.
He's on the cover.
See, you know what it is? It's the same thing. They promised something, and then they didn't deliver on that promise.
Okay, so you see that Godzilla poster I have right there?
Yeah.
Picture. So he is in the same spot as the big Godzilla.
No.
Pretty much, like he's taking up less space, but he's there.
No.
Here, open your phone. Pull it up.
That wasn't words.
No, it wasn't. But he was there. He was present, barely present, but he was there.
Let's see here.
And I think the Omni viewer put it well when it said like the worst part of the fact that what was that?
Your dog grabbed my mic.
Oh.
Well, I should clarify. She walked in front of the car with her opposable thumb.
She grabbed it with her big man hands.
All right, let's see here.
She mandled it.
Manhandled. City on the edge of battle.
Wait, that's an obnoxiously long title.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I can see past that. If it was a good movie.
Yeah, right. Honestly, I can't remember who said. There was someone who said like, the better a movie is, the more you're willing to look past its flaws.
Yeah. You gotta be kidding me.
Well, yeah, you see it?
It's literally that like
pretty much.
Yeah, like Godzilla's in the middle, the big bad, or well, I guess reverse that.
Yeah.
Big bad guy, big. Godzilla small.
For reference, the poster I'm referring to, I have the Godzilla vs. Destroya poster in my room.
No, don't give them a reference. Don't tell them anything. They don't need to know. Keep them in the dark.
Exactly.
This is how we treat our fans.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so yeah, going back to the point, I feel like I'd have to agree with you on a series though, like, ideally I'd say get to the halfway point, but if you can't, I think that's more than reasonable.
There are worse crimes to commit.
Especially like if it's like a series which we'll be getting into next episode.
Oh yes.
As you stated to me, you didn't realize going in they were like 45-minute episodes.
Yeah.
So like if something's just like 20 minutes, half an hour, that's I think you can tough it out.
Yeah.
But once you start adding on more and more, you're like, okay, this is if you don't like it and there's 45-minute episodes,
why are you putting yourself through that?
Exactly.
Like, you have better things to be doing with your time, I'm sure.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean, granted, there's other factors that come into play. Like, I was talking to Richard about this. We got together the other day. Shout out to Richard.
Hashtag my Richard.
And we got together to do juggling, and we spent the entire time talking about anime, which we said was about as productive as a normal juggling practice goes. But while we were talking about anime, we both said that we've tried watching Cowboy Bebop multiple times because it's like a classic. But every time we get like halfway through and then we drop it for some reason. And we're like, and both of us said like, it's not because the series is bad. Like, we enjoyed what we saw. It's just for some reason we both like lose interest right around that halfway point.
What was the anime you said was your favorite in the list?
My favorite anime?
Yeah.
Oh, Space Dandy.
Oh!
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop without plot.
Yeah.
See, that's, like, it's funny how, like, Cowboy Bebop, like, don't get me wrong, I love the story in Cowboy Bebop. And I would love to finish that someday. Because I'm interested. Don't get me wrong, I'm not, like I said, not a bad show. But I think why Space Dandy was just so much easier for me.
Oh, ew. Oh, I hate it.
Space Dandy was just easy because it was Cowboy Bebop, but you throw the plot out the window. So there's like nothing to think about.
I see.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just a fun ride. So yeah, if there's any,
And in the end, if it's not fun,
yeah,
why bother?
You know what? We're getting low on time. If there's anything to take out of this episode, go watch yourself some fucking Space Dandy.
I mean to finish Attack on Titan. That one's less fun.
Yeah. You know, I'll.
I'll